Chroma key. SE900 provides two kinds: standard chroma key and synchronized chroma keying. In the standard chroma keying model, we can isolate one channel and set it up in chroma key status, and the rest of the channels are in normal use. In synchronized chroma keying, up to 4 pairs for chroma keying can be set and stored. We can set up channel 1 to channel 4 and channel 5 to channel 8 as different chroma groups, so that 4 pairs, each consisting of foreground and a background, can be linked so that both the foreground and the background can be both switched simultaneously for creative virtual studio work. Press the CK key in the control panel to activate the chroma key function. After activation, we can see the image in the pre-monitoring output. Below, we will start with an introduction of chroma key menu, its submenus, functions, and usage. First, click on the setting key to enter into the system menu and use the cursor to select chroma key to enter the submenu. Chroma key number is used to configure each of the 4 channels. The SE900 has 8 inputs, and we need 2 routes, giving us up to 4 groups. Let's start with an example by setting this as chroma key channel 1. Cam source is the shot where the subject forms the foreground and can be assigned to a value ranging from 1 to 8. BKG source is the background footage that will replace the keying color and is assigned to a value from 1 to 8. Key mode allows the section of the chroma color to be removed from the foreground. Choose between green or blue depending on the color which you wish to remove. Alternatively, select Luma to remove a black or white background from an overlay. Here we will choose green and remove the green background. Green-blue offset compensates for different shades of color on the black cloth or studio paint behind the subject. As a result of inconsistent, irregular, or non-uniform lighting on the subject, fine-tuning the green-blue offset produces a better chroma effect. The default value is 0 for pure green or blue, with adjustment values ranging from -60 to 60, corresponding to the base color as the table shows. At this point, add the table from page 58 of the manual. For experienced uses, follow the table to estimate the actual background color's positive and negative direction. When using the green chroma key, you can follow the background's slightly yellow or slightly green level to offset. When using the blue chroma key, follow the background's slightly green or slightly purple color level to offset in a positive or negative direction. Level increases or decreases the color range that is keyed. When the green or blue color background has been modified, you can revise the remaining background color to remove it and hence combine seamlessly with the background signal. The levels can range from 0 to 100. The bigger the number, the more of the background color will be cleared out. The recommended principle is, first choose a lower level, view the parts of the background that are not removed, and gradually increase the level value until the shadow of the background is removed to satisfaction, and those parts that you want to be visible remain visible. That is the appropriate level setting. Density adjusts the density of the subject to give the effect a more convincing effect. After the level is set up properly, adjust the density. The values range from 0 to 64. The higher the value, the softer the edge, and the half-transparent parts of the subject will look even more so, allowing light to go through. The smaller the value, the more solid-looking the object is, but will cause the edges to be harder and the half-transparent parts of the subject to be more defined. Dark adjusts the shadow area of the object. The higher the value, the darker the shadow. To achieve a realistic chroma key effect, it is necessary to preserve the shadows of the actual scene so that the scene looks real after combining the chroma effect. Values range from 0 to 64. Default is 16 with little shadow effect. When the dark value is low, it preserves the low lighting range. The higher the value, the more shadow detail. Note that a dark value that is too high will cause the low light background to show. Earlier, we introduced the dark selection, which is the main control for the shadow area of the subject. After the shadow appears, use dark density to adjust the intensity of the shadow. Value ranges from 0 to 64, with default at 32. As with density, the higher the value of dark density, the lighter the transparency of the shadow, but will not reduce the density noise. A lower value will result in a more solid shadow, which inhibits noise, but will cause the shadow to look solid and less real. Dark and dark density are a group of matching parameters. After dark density is lowered, readjust the dark value to get the best results. Bright fine-tunes the appearance of items with a light ledge. In a scene with high brightness objects, close to white, the edges can easily reflect light from the background and appear half-transparent. High luminosity transparent objects can also appear completely transparent. This is the part where bright function gets adjusted. Value ranges between 0 and 64. The lower the value, the brighter the object. The higher the value, the stronger the edge. Spill function adjusts for any color discrepancy in the subject, which can be caused by the background. Due to lighting conditions, it is easy for the subject in front of the backdrop to appear as if it is the same as the backdrop due to reflection. It may even cause the object's original color to deviate, and the background color to seep or overflow. This function can edit the reflection of the shadow, revert the object's original color, such as hair's edges, face complexion, etc. The range is -32 to 64. The smaller the value, the smaller the correction. The higher the value, the higher the correction. Spill at -32 to 0 will remove reflection and cause black and white or transparent objects to restore its original color. The smallest value of -32 preserves green or blue reflection. As it increases to 0, if green-blue offset background color setup is set correctly, pure white objects' reflection or transparent objects will adjust to gray or white, and the shadow will become black in color. Spill at 0 to 64 corrects other adjacent colors that will lose their realism. For example, the use of a green chroma background creates a green cast on yellow skin, giving it a yellow-green look. To restore skin tone to its original color, increase spill. At spill value of 64, the strong reflection of red objects returns skin tone to red, causing yellow skin to look orange. What is important is to preserve and restore skin color to its natural glow. Spill brightness function works together with spill adjustment to restore brightness. This parameter is often used to adjust the brightness of half-opaque black and white objects, between 0 and 100. Lower values will cause transparent bodies or shadows to darken. Higher values will cause transparent bodies or shadows to become brighter. Shrink left removes any problematic, unwanted edges or shadows on the left side of an object to get a clean edge. In ideal light conditions, usually using level and density will resolve this. Yet sometimes the profile lighting is not sufficient and the edge is too dark, and level and density adjustments will not completely remove it. At this point, we will see bright edges around the object being filmed and is commonly known as flares. For this situation, SE900 provides shrink left and shrink right function, each used to remove these. Values range from 0 to 6. 0 leaves the edge unaffected, 6 is the maximum mask. Shrink right function and operation is the same as shrink left. Window X left function is to adjust the left edge of the keyable area to create what is known to users as garbage matte. This removes unneeded portions of the scene, resulting in a rough area that contains only the subject that you want to keep. This is the time to conveniently use window function to adjust the area, up, down, left, or right, to deliberately remove the unwanted portions to achieve a small background and big scene effect. This value from left to right can be from 0 to 720, up to down can be 0 to 576. As shown below, X right, Y top, Y bottom, these three perimeters and X left can be used together. Each adjusts to form an area respective to its orientation in the same manner. FG brightness adjusts the brightness of the foreground object. In practice, due to light conditions, the foreground may not be bright enough, causing the background after chroma key effect to be dark. The SE900 is specially designed for foreground signal adjustment for better chroma effects. FG brightness, FG contrast, and FG saturation each adjust the foreground signal's strength, contrast, and saturation for optimal results. Up till now, all the configuration and setup relating to chroma key have been introduced. Below, we will briefly introduce Luma key, its function and usage. In key mode, choose Luma to select Luma key Chroma. The setup is simpler. There are 4 items, out of which dark level, dark grad are used together. The main functions are to remove black color and to progressively adjust the black color level. Bright level and bright grad, when used together, removes mainly white color and progressively adjusts the white color level. Below, we will explain this in detail. Dark level sets the level of black that is to be removed. Luma key Chroma's default setting is to remove black color. As you increase the value, you will see increasingly lighter shades of gray are removed. Dark grad function sets the transparency of the remaining dark areas in the overlay. Prior to this, the black color in the foreground appeared in different intensities. This function can change the transparency progressively to the desired level of black and achieve the best effect. Activating this function can also cause the hard edges to soften. Bright level sets the level of white that is removed. Adjusting this parameter can modify the remaining white color of the foreground, causing the white color to completely be removed and recede into the background. Bright grad sets the color of the remaining light colors progressively in the overlay. When the white color appearing in the foreground is different intensities of white, or if you are looking to achieve a desired half-transparent white effect, use this function to progressively remove the white color to achieve the desired best results. Activating this function also causes the chroma key's sharp edges to soften. The second item's configuration and chroma key configuration are the same. Here we will not repeat the introduction. For now, Chroma Key menu and its functions have been introduced. Below, we will get into another menu, Video In.